morning. Good morning, Sophie. Good morning, beautiful baby. I am a full-blown cat lady and I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm sorry, Sophie. I'm sorry, my girl. Cute. How we doing today? It is 2:44 p.m. December 14th. Oh my god, December 14th. Time is so scary. Today is a Sunday, and last video I think I told you about how we're having a little oh, didn't mean to flip you off there. A little birthday supper for my dad. His birthday is on the 17th of December, but he's leaving on the 18th or 19th. So weekend wise, it only made sense to do it today. It'll be held at Val's house, who is Carol's sister. That's my dad's wife. So she is a wizard at making turkey dinner, Jig's dinner. If you know, you know. It's genuinely one of my dad's favorite meals. He truly adores it, and the family adores him, so. I don't even necessarily know everyone that's going. I really have no idea. I don't even know if my brother is going to be there. I'm assuming he will, but I don't know. And while I am also excited for turkey, I tend to not get very hungry until later in the day. Part of it is my ADHD medication, the metformin that I take for PCOS. I take that at night, and it just really messes with your GI tract. So I find I'm almost like somewhat nauseous or like a sickly feeling through most of the day. And as terrible as it is, and as much as it doesn't help anything, I then don't eat because I feel kind of sick. And once my meds wear off and it's late in the day and my body is like famished, then I get very hungry and I have no energy to make anything. And so it's just a very vicious cycle, one that I have not beaten. It's improving. It's improving, but I have not beaten it yet. Moral of that is I'm not super hungry yet, and I suspect I probably won't be for a bit. So, she needs to be damp. She much more plump now. Sorry as well if the sound is off. I just closed my door a bit to hopefully dampen it. There's three things happening right now that might be affecting the sound. One is construction upstairs. My brother and I think my dad and my uncle might be up there doing some renos. He's renovating his attic. Two is my washer and dryer, which are both going, which you probably heard. And three, I have my window open. Even though it is, let me check for you. Even though it is 0 degrees, it feels like -9. I find especially when I'm getting ready and I'm filming at the same time, the second the camera's in front of me, I just start sweating, and I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It's because it's not that I feel nervous, but I mean, I guess it is. Like, you just want everything to go smoothly. I don't know. Even like with hanging with a friend, it can be the same thing. Like, you just, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying, but I have noticed lately when I'm getting ready, especially if I have this little guy sat in front of me, I just get really warm, and then it's that much harder to do my makeup because I'm like sweating. And the second I feel warm, I'm spiraling because I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to feel warm, I need to cool off. And then it's like making me more warm because I'm then flustered. So that's the one that I could probably fix, but that's really not the loudest of the bunch, and I'm kind of necessary. Sorry for the audio if it's bad. Anywho, I decided to combat this issue of mine, I would use a little substance that I usually partake in later in the evening to help me kind of unwind and sleep. I thought perhaps I'll partake a little bit earlier. Hopefully stimulate my appetite to properly enjoy the turkey dinner. Val, she's a wizard in the kitchen. Some of the best turkey I've ever had, Jigs. She also knows how to get the exact right amount of gravy. There's been a few times that I've been brought leftovers, and every single time, without fail, she gives this little side dish of gravy, and it's always the perfect amount for the plate. That's a skill. I feel like it's also kind of fitting to be having a little toke before going over to Val's because she also partakes. Like, usually when I go over there and she's cooking her turkey dinner, she has a joint in her hand. She grows it herself too, which I think is cool. Hopefully she wouldn't mind me sharing that information. But there's no judgment there is what I'm saying either. And it's legal where I live, if you don't know, if you're new. I'm from Canada. Not just from Canada, I live there too. I live in Newfoundland, Canada. So it is legal here, and it has been for quite some time. Though I might have been doing it since before it was legal, but that's neither here nor there. I've been doing this lately where my skin is so dry. I got this for Christmas a couple years back in my stocking, I think. It's probably expired. I don't care about that, okay? But I have really dry skin, so I'm trying to kind of dip my toe more into wet products, not dry products. At least not relying on them so much because my skin is so dry. And sometimes I really do go a bit crazy with concealer, and it's like Flashback Mary vibes. So, I want to make sure I'm bringing some more color to my face that's also not just powder. Cool. Fun. Amazing. Glorious. Never been done before. Show-stopping. I'm not really doing anything crazy with my makeup, at least it's not the plan. So last night, we went to Merry and Bright. When I say me, I mean me, my brother, and his girlfriend, Jill. She's super cool. I really like her. Really like her. Hi, Jill, if you're watching. I don't think she is. But if she is, hi. She was actually the one that kind of invited me, which I really appreciated. It's really pretty. And it's become like a tradition in my life to go. I've went almost every single year now for the past like 4 or 5 years, I think. This will be like the 5th year. Yeah, I thought it was really sweet that she asked me. And it was nice to, you know, just get to know each other a little bit better. We're getting to know each other well. You know, they've been dating for a good little bit now. And I feel like I'm getting to the point where I'm like very comfortable around her. She's just very cool. Again, she's really chill and really nice. So yeah, we went to that. It was both of their first times going actually, which I felt like I was almost a tour guide. I kept being like, oh, and this one here, there's this. And with this, there's this thing. Oh, and that has... And it was like, shut the fuck up, girl. She can see it. They have their own eyes and their own heads. They don't need you to explain it. I am just a hyper-verbal individual, if you can't tell. But yeah, it was really cute. It was a really great temperature too. That's such a big factor. The first time I ever went, I think it was the first time, it was raining, like piss pouring out of the skies. There was another time I went that it was frigid freezing to the point where it wasn't even that enjoyable because you were just so cold. Last year when me and my dad went, it was really cute. There was like just a little tiny bit of snow and it wasn't too freezing. It was kind of perfect. And this year was more of the same. There was a bit of snow on the ground, which just made all the lights that much prettier. Thinking about the fact that some people don't have snow where they live is so crazy to me. Especially last night going through that, like, of course it would still be beautiful without the snow. And like I've went before, again, when it was raining, there was no snow. But when snow covers lights, like Christmas lights, the way it glows, it's just so pretty. I can't imagine not knowing what that's like. And I also do fucking hate winter. You've been here for a minute. You've heard me complain about it plenty before. But it is pretty. I'll give it its flowers where they're due. It is pretty. But after Christmas, it can disappear and I would not be even a little bit upset. This is one of my favorite little thrifting finds, this cutesy little container for my loose powder. I used to always just put it in an old top of another container. The kind that I use, if you're curious, is this stuff. The top of it is just that, and this is so teeny tiny that it just makes a mess. And if you don't use all of it, then you have to try and stuff it back in, or you're wasting even more product than I already waste because I get it everywhere. So I saw this and was like, all of my problems are solved, and in such a cute way. I was debating doing my hair, as in dyeing my hair. Nothing crazy, just another application of the color that I'd say currently have on, but it's only on about half of my head. Very much an ombre effect going on that was not intentional. I was thinking about doing like a calico hair thing around Halloween, and so I was trying to sort of wash some of the semi-permanent dye out of my hair, but the more time went on, the more I kind of talked myself out of it for a couple of reasons. I'm trying to start getting back into the gym or exercise, but through the gym mostly because, again, winter is here and I'm not going to want to be walking outside every other day. So I've went a couple of times. I have a Planet Fitness membership, which means, of course, I will be sweating more and then washing my hair more. So there's that. I know that shouldn't like define doing a big hair change, but I've had lots of multicolored and bleached hair times, and it's just so much upkeep. If you're getting it wet that much more, washing it that much more, it's even more upkeep because you have to do it that much faster. And I really can't be bothered. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love the way it looks. I love, you know, having a little skunk piece or like a money piece or a split dye. I really love it. But when it grows out, it looks so bad. At least in my opinion, on my head, it looks so bad. I do have fairly dark hair and it grows fairly fast. I'm gonna have to be doing it myself. I wouldn't be going to a salon, so I'm risking getting a lot of breakage again. I kind of just got it back to a length that I'm happy with. It's pretty long now, actually. Of course, I'm doing this while my hair is back. But like, it really has grown so much. The thickness is back. It was really dead from bleaching it so much. I also cut way too much off a while back trying to do some layers. So I'm trying to do low effort maintenance at the moment. It doesn't mean that I'll never do something fun again, but I just kind of was like, right now, I'm getting back into the swing of things. I'm doing the volunteering. I'm trying to add more to my plate. I just know myself. I've gotten to know myself, and I feel like it would just be an annoying decision to make, as in I would be annoyed at myself having to try and bleach it, re-bleach it every other day, you know? And then to have more hair fall out, potentially, but probably because I'm not at all a professional or know how to be perfect. And it is really fun, but especially around the holiday season, I find every time I've had like super colorful hair, the white and black isn't too bad, but I wanted to do calico, so like orangey, redishy bits throughout as well. I find around the holiday season is when I don't want super colorful hair because I can't help but choose kind of like my clothing around hair. I know some people don't give a fuck about that, but I just can't handle it. Like if I have blue hair, I cannot be wearing colors that clash with blue. I don't know. I just really overthought it and left it so long. I almost missed the time that I would have done it or should have done it. And maybe that was the universe telling me to not do it, you know? Maybe not also, but that's how I took it. As I was saying before, tangent number who knows what, I was debating dyeing my hair today and then showering before this, but in true me fashion, I didn't really leave enough time for that. I've been editing pretty much all morning, watching my own little YouTubers as well. I left it a bit too late. I probably could have tried to fit it all in, but I've had an issue with being late, and I'm not trying to risk being late for my dad's birthday supper. I did do a little hoe bath, a bird bath. Dry shampooed my hair. I might do like some little buns or something. Like I might put my hair back. I dry shampooed the fuck out of it and I hate that texture. I might do that, and again, I'm not doing anything crazy for my makeup. I'm probably just gonna put some brows on and call it a day. But I think maybe when I come back, that's what we might do together because it's overdue. Maybe my brows too. I noticed they've lost a good bit of pigment. I'm thinking I might even put the hair dye on my brows. If not, I do have more of the Just for Men beard dye kit. I have a lot of that left over, so I'm gonna finish my brows on my own because you've seen me do them like 5 times now, I feel. But I'll check back in when I figure out what I'm wearing. Do a little fit check. I haven't done one of those in a very long time on here, so see you in a minute. Okay, this is the fit, the OOT. And this set of overalls my friend Kaylee actually gave to me. Hello Kaylee, if you're watching. They are so cute. They're like sort of a corduroy-esque material. I haven't formally worn them out yet either, but they're very comfy. The back, I do have them rolled up a little bit. As we can see, hair is in these buns. This actually took me probably 15 minutes, so I'm almost running late, aka I need to go. But yeah, added a few strokes to my brows, took out these 2 little pieces, some hoops, the buns. I don't even want to know what the back looks like. I don't think I want to know. But yeah, I feel cute. This is so fun and comfy, and it has pockets, so I can put my phone in something. I don't know if I'm going to vlog much there because, you know, but that's the fit.
Grateful to call you friend. You're the best brother in the world. Of all my brothers, no one can be like you. And everything you do.
You're making that up.
Happy birthday at your age. No doubt you prefer to describe yourself as mature. Not really. Rather than old. But whatever way you look at it, you're still ancient.
There's more down there.
More. Return by
kids.
Friday. It's soft and squishy.
Soft and squishy.
Soft and squishy.
Oh my goodness.
And it is brewed off. Brewed off.
Oh, that's funny.
You see that, Chris?
Carlos is.
Hey, keep the silicone door in there.
I was gonna say, you really want me to show this to people here now?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes. Absolutely.
Oh.
That's beautiful. Oh, that's
Wow.
nice.
That is super nice. Good job, Carol.
See, they didn't kick Russ when I was interviewing.
Good job.
It looks like it's light, Chris.
Birthdays are the perfect time for a little meditation. Just relax, close your eyes, block out all the noise. Don't think about the fact that there's no money in this card.
That's funny. It is later, a bit past 9:30 to be exact, and we're dyeing my hair. It's going to look very crazy after being wrapped up like this for so long. I really need to be drinking more water, I say, as I'll probably not start drinking more water. Okay, I usually just kind of go crazy and slap it on my hair, but considering how much of the dark color stayed in my ends and how not dark my roots are in comparison, I'm gonna start at the roots and work my way down. I probably could have used a 4th dye, but that was out of the budget, so we're gonna make it work. If you are curious, I am using the Ion Color Brilliance Demi Permanent Hair Color, and it is in the shade 3N or Dark Natural Brown. I find this ends up looking more black than brown, but then when light hits it, it's not jet black. You can see that it's like a darker brown. That's my preference. That's what I like. But as a fair warning, if you're ever doing a semi-permanent especially, it's going to be at least like a shade darker than what the swatch is looking like when you're in the store. Oh, and my dad's little B-Day supper. It was actually really cute. There was a lot of people there, way more than I was anticipating. I think the total number was 18. He is a popular man, and I get it. He deserves to be celebrated and cherished because he really is the best. I did get so much footage as well because he pretty much asked me to be a little photographer, videographer. I was talking to him recently about kind of some struggles with doing this. One of the things that I love about doing this, especially of course vlogs, they're like little time capsules of your life. And I think it'll just be really cool to have these to look back on someday. See exactly what my life looked like and where I lived, and I don't know. I just think that aspect of it is really cool. But of course, not everybody is comfortable being on camera or having their life documented. While I like to film fun things that I do or memories that I'm making, I never want to make anybody uncomfortable or like make it feel forced. I feel like especially when I first started out and with some people in my life over the years, I kind of did that and I really regret that. I should have been better with asking if it was cool or like maybe leaving more things out, but again, it's just this tough like teeter-totter. And I was talking to my dad about it of like, I want to be able to film everything and anything, especially when you're doing things with friends or making cute memories. Like those are the best things to film, but you also want to make sure you're living in the moment and not making things like you're doing things to fit. Like it's just a hard thing. He was in agreement at least that it is nice to have the memories. He was someone that always had a camera in his hand growing up. It's kind of funny. I feel like I might have caught that bug from him in a sense. So he was saying that at more family functions, he would love if I took the camera out so that he has the memories too and that we can look back on them. He doesn't care about me posting, and I don't think most of the family would. So when I got there, he was kind of like, do you mind getting lots of, you know, pictures and videos and whatever of everything? I was like, I'm at your service, your wish is my command. And now we have that memory. My dad's 65th birthday, his birthday party with his family on the rock. Everyone that's here at the moment, at least. And then he'll get to celebrate when he's up away too. I don't know. I think it's cute. Not everyone sees it that way, but I think it's cute. I do want to get this on my head and get showered and all that, so I'm gonna get started. I'm probably gonna put you on a time lapse. I'd be talking too much, and when I do my hair especially, it takes so much longer if I'm chatty. So I'm gonna put you on a time lapse. It's nothing fun anyways. I'm just putting dye on my hair. I will check back in towards the end, as I will be putting some dye perhaps on my brows or mixing the Just for Men. This is the stuff that I use in the darkest brown color. They did have a black, but I went with the darkest brown. So, unsure what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna mix my dye, throw it on my head, and I'll check back in a bit. massive grand reveal. I have not been awake very long and I'm not wearing any makeup, so not a very big, crazy, fun reveal, but I think you will see what I mean by this looks not like brown, but like black hair dye. Like, you cannot tell me that doesn't look like I put black hair dye on my head, you know? It does fade after a few washes fairly fast, of course. It's not gonna look that intensely black for super long. Point is, that's why I go with that dark natural brown, because I don't really want the like jet black bluish tint. I like that when natural light hits it that you can see that it is actually brown. But it does look pretty seamless, like my hair's kind of all over the place again because I have not been awake very long and I toss and turn a lot in my sleep. Haven't even brushed my hair this morning. What a great YouTuber I am. But yeah, here's how we're looking. And the brows. I feel like I definitely see a difference with them as well. You can let me know if you agree. But the thing as well is that you can probably tell it looks a bit like pinkish red around there. Part of that I think is because I left it on for so long. I pretty much kept it on the entire time that I was letting my hair develop, which was 25 minutes. 30 minutes. Once I put it on my entire head, I usually have a timer for like 25 minutes. So certain areas it's sitting longer, but I kept it on a really long time, which you're probably not supposed to do, where the skin on your face is delicate, more delicate than your scalp. But it didn't really cause me much physical irritation. Like, it was a little bit burny towards the end, but not bad. However, I think the 2 times now that I've tried microblading my brows, the pigment hasn't lasted. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, or like I'm just not going deep enough, or the pigments just aren't working for my face. I don't know. It just hasn't lasted, but there is almost like a scar left underneath it, or like skin that has been sliced open too many times. I almost think that I'm doing it too much. Like, I'm using the little blade so much, going back and forth over the same areas, that it's causing the whole thing to be like a big scab. I don't know. Really just theorizing, speculating in my own time, because it doesn't really make sense for me why it wouldn't have worked. Especially last time I did it, I bought like an actual cosmetic ink that was expensive, and it still didn't work. But there's like a pinkish, reddish, scar looking type thing around my brows that I think I've done to myself trying to microblade them. That I honestly don't even hate, because it kind of makes it look more like there is brow there. Even if it looks pinkish, like, it gives the illusion that there's more whatever. So I don't even hate it, but I think it did kind of like irritate the scar, and that's why it's extra reddish. But here's how we're looking. It is actually very late in the day right now. I need to paint this too. When we added the mini split a while back, it had to be kind of like wired up through the wall there. And we did patch it recently. It was a gaping hole for like 6 months, and now it's just this big blob. It was the ceiling too. You can kind of see the difference of like the sheen and not sheen of the ceiling. Anywho, right now it is 3:33. Ooh, angel number. Cute. 3:33 p.m. I woke up at, well, I don't know exactly when I woke up. I got out of bed at like 2:15. Not good. Really, really not good stuff. My sleep schedule, I feel like, keeps getting completely fucked, and like every time I fix it, I just mess it up again a few days later. I just took this guy out of the fridge, already had a coffee, took my meds. Sometimes with ADHD meds, I won't take them if it's past a certain point, like taking them a little after 2 p.m. That's not typically what I would do. Like, I would try to just kind of power through the day without them, but lots of things that I still want to do. And this is why my sleep schedule keeps getting fucked, because I keep having this mindset of like, I want to get a lot more done today. I don't want today to be somewhat wrote off. Take my meds pretty late, which means I will be up late. But I have therapy tomorrow at 10 or 11 in the morning. I'm waiting to hear back from my therapist, because she said we might be able to do 11. But I'll have to at least be up and ready for that time, which I know that I will be. It's the same appointment from last week, or a few vlogs ago, that had to get rescheduled. She had a head cold and sounded like she was literally dying. She left me a voicemail, and I was like, oh girl, please get well soon, because holy fuck, she was very sick. So anyways, I'm excited to see her too, because I haven't even seen her since I've started volunteering, which I've been updating her through email, but it's gonna be good. Today, I'm going to get some baking done. That's the first kind of important thing. I would like to get a few tins ready to give my dad when he goes up to Nova Scotia. He's driving up, actually, because he's crazy. That was rude. He's not crazy. but he's driving up in a few days time. I think it'll be the 19th. So we're gonna get started on some baking today once I pull myself together. I already have most things picked up for that as well. I've been kind of slowly picking up little things here and there so that it's not one big cost all up front. I will see you when I'm at my dad's. I'm gonna bake over there because the cats. Like, I do have this lovely nice space now that I can use for baking, but I think where I have so many batches to do and trying to get them to all cool and stuff, I think it'll be very hard to ensure that no cat hair is in anything. That is not allowed. There is no cat hair going in my Christmas cookies. To my dad's, we will go. We have arrived. I don't know how much I'm going to get into tonight. I mean, there's a full counter of baking supplies in front of me, but it's almost 7 p.m. So it would be great to get like 2 different cookies, baked goods done tonight. I usually do Rice Krispies, so that's like a really easy one. Maybe it'll be that, and then shortbread. Shortbread is definitely the biggest, beefiest of them all. It's the biggest quantity of cookies that I usually give. It's the ones that people like the most. It's the ones that I like the most. Maybe not the most, but it's really good shortbread in my opinion. I will list the recipes that I'm using down below. The one that truly has changed the game for me is the whipped shortbread. Seriously, I get so many compliments on it every year, which I feel weird about because I'm like, I just followed a recipe. Like, I don't know. I will link that down below for you. So I'm not going to talk through like every ingredient or anything like that. We're going to get started momentarily. My dad's actually upstairs cooking us some supper. So I am going to fuel myself before I start this process. And yeah, my tummy's grumbling. So it's a good thing that he happened to be cooking supper, because I am very hungry. Here's my counter full of goodies that I was talking about, and my lights to try and make the footage look better for you all. My beautiful, treasured KitchenAid mixer. This was actually a surprise Christmas gift that I got probably over a decade ago now. It was when I still lived at my dad's. Not this house, but the house like I grew up in, so. It really does make the whole process so much easier. And it's another reason why I come here to bake. I don't even store this at my place because I don't have anywhere to put it really. Maybe now that I did the kitchen reno, there probably is somewhere I could store it, but he stores it for me, so. This puppy lives here. Anyways, I'm gonna go eat. See you in a minute. Hair is up. It looks crazy. I didn't want to use an elastic because I washed it last night. So I didn't want to get any kinks in there. Any bends. Kink. What a funny word. I wanted to whip the butter up a little bit before adding the sugar, as it was still a little tiny bit harder than like room temp soft. I didn't want any like big clump sort of thing. This has to now mix on medium to high for 4 to 5 minutes, and in the recipe it states, very important step. So I'm gonna do that and then start sifting my flour, as there's like 4 or 5 cups or something of flour that needs to be sifted. And again, an important step that you cannot skip. I mean, you can, but I don't recommend it. I'm gonna do a little scrape first, because everything wants to stick up at the top here. You don't want any rogue bits not getting mixed in. I would say this is probably my least favorite part of baking. Like this having to scrape down every 2 seconds. Oh, gosh. Okay. There's just butter everywhere. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. It looks almost like a whipped cream. Oh, yum. Not bad. Good job. My best baking buddy. I swear I'm not trying to be annoying and like, oh yes, just doing my baking in my crystal bowls. I'm in the downstairs kitchen. My dad lives a very different life for me. I'm in their downstairs full kitchen because it's just more room down here. And none of like the actual baking stuff is down here. It's all upstairs and I don't want to keep walking upstairs to get something. But these nice bowls are down here, so that's why I'm baking with crystal. Would not be the typical move. And yes, that is indeed a hidden pantry. Like, would you look at that? You enter. Crazy, I know. No, this is not the house I grew up in, but that was still a very nice house, to be candid. I'm not trying to brag, I promise you. Just, you see how I live, and this ain't it. It's just funny. Anyways, sorry if that's annoying. You also don't want to overmix this once you add the flour, and I fear I may have done that, but it looks incorporated now. So there's that. Dough is currently in the fridge, chilling a little tiny bit. It's just a little too soft to form into little balls at the moment, so it's only gonna be in there for like 10 minutes or so. We're going to get all the cookies rolled, laid on parchment, baking sheets, I mean, with parchment. They're there, they are ready. Oh, and then I will be done. I'm sleepy, I'm tired. Only one cookie is going to be baked tonight, but that's okay because it is the biggest of them all. Aside from gingerbread, that one's also a fair bit of work, but the rest of them aren't too bad. The other ones I'm gonna be doing is a Terry's chocolate orange. It's like a brookie, like a brownie kind of textured cookie. They're very gooey and delicious. And as I mentioned, the Rice Krispie squares. So those are usually the 4 that I put in my little tins. Shortbread, Terry's chocolate orange, gingerbread, Rice Krispies. Yeah, it almost feels like there's not enough, but I know that's crazy because there's definitely more than enough, right? That's a fine assortment. I'm watching Giggly Squad right now as well. So good, so funny. One of my fave pods these days. I'm obsessed with podcasts too. All I do is watch YouTube, either videos or podcasts on YouTube. Love you, YouTube. Yeah, let's get these balls rolled on their sheets. Let's get the oven preheated. Let's cook these bitches. Get this done, and then I can go to bed. I can almost guarantee you though, when it's time to go to bed, I'm gonna be wired. I'm gonna be like, oh, but I wanna do fun things now. Not that this isn't fun, but you know, I wanna do my fun things that are my own. Revenge bedtime procrastination, who knows it? I am my own worst enemy, truly. I'm finished with the shortbread. I'm exhausted, like very, very, very exhausted. It's a little past 1 in the morning. My dad actually just went to bed. He stayed up much later than he typically would, I feel like, because I was lingering around. I did it though. They're really good too. I had a couple as I was going. My dad had many as I was going. Any of the rejects pretty much. I just fed to him and he was very happy about it. I do have a little container of rejects to take home for myself as well. But here is how they are looking. I have these, which have the little sliced glacier cherries. And then the classic sprinkles, festive sprinkles. Those ones over there are my last batch that I'm just waiting to cool. And then I can put them away and I can go home and then I can get baked and go to sleep. I have therapy in 10 hours. That's disgusting to think about. But also, I shouldn't even complain because I don't have a job to get up to go to at 8 a.m., you know? If I did, I just wouldn't be here, obviously. Not to complain at y'all that have the 9 to 5s. Know how annoying that is. But on that note, I am going to end the vlog here. I really hope that you're having fun hanging out more this festive season. Of course, I'd appreciate it if you did all those little things. Subscribe, hit the little like button, leave a little comment perhaps. Thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate any and all of you that are a part of this little community here, this little gang that we've built. Gang, gang. Gang, 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 gang. Seriously though, there's so many of you that I'll say met, you know, that we've chatted or even just through comments and stuff. Like you guys that seem to stumble across these videos or have subscribed or seem to be coming back all the time. You seem like the nicest human beings and I'm just really happy that we found each other in that sense and that you're here and that, I don't know, that we're able to have that connection, even if it is just a little comment here and there. I think it's really, really cool. So thanks for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me. I know time is very valuable, so the fact that you're here spending it with me, I can't express how nice that makes me feel. So all my thanks heading your way, and I really hope that I'll see you next time. The second I post videos, I always share it on my story, so you can also check out my Instagram, follow me there if you want to know like exactly when I post, and you can turn on those notifications too. I mean, I don't have any on for any of the people I watch, but if you don't use any other socials and you want to know, you can click that little bell thing too, and it'll let you know when I do post. Okay, that's all for me. Have a great rest of your day, or night, or whatever, whenever you're seeing this. And again, I will see you next time. Bye.